Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack show. So, let's get in the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. Unfortunately, we's a bit stuck. So, we've had a nice series going this year. Now that we come into summer, well, here's one of the issues that we have. Not the end of the world, but the SPY's still an inside quarter and an inside month, all right? It's closer to taking it out. But as we've been seeing this back and forth, look at this range, right? We're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And here we had at least a little bit of this broadening formation here, and now we're doing it again here. So the question here is, how do we get out of this? Like that, right? And then can you take any of this stuff out? How far are you going to go? So the other problem here is you get into Tuesday in the week, stone cold doge right there. So we did have this outside week, so we have a little bit of magnitude up into there per chance. But as you can see, comparatively to what we've had, this beautiful February, this awesome March, April, and May, and then June, you went up and come back in on the SPY, but we had some of those gunners just keep ripping, right? And so now we've got a little bit of conflict. And what I mean by that, if you look at stuff like Tesla, it's up great on the month, and then you come in on the week, and not so much. So we got conflict in there. So a lot of this stuff we're going to be trading, as we see it during the day, just because of that. And if you go to stuff like NVIDIA, here you'll see that conflicts with the month going up, and so a lot of this weekly going up and going back and forth. So for now, we're pretty much staying on a lot of daily setups and just going in and out without things, a lot of things trending real well. So you're like burritos, still inside month and up, right? On the week, inside in red. So a lot of this stuff is just consolidating. We've got these very similar patterns in a lot of things. These outside bars yesterday, like we had in QQQ, and now trying to come back through. So a lot of these things, per chance, if we're going to get a good move, would take the outside bar, then you take it, and then you come back through, right? And you'll look at something like Netflix. Here, well, that wasn't an outside bar, but you got QQQ. Like so. The outside bar, then you poke down. What that means is you came back through previous range, stop out all these guys, and then potentially, if you can hold, then you go compound 3 and take this out and go back and take all this out. So that would be the good part of these setups. There's a lot of them doing that overnight. But on a weekly, monthly basis, a lot of things are in conflict. And so we're going to try and find things that aren't. So if you go to BDX, here, BDX, Becton Dickinson is getting out of this thing on your daily. If you go to your monthly, you're going to see this, all right? The inside month takes it out to the downside, the rev strat. 1, 2, 2. Now we're going to look to come back through this stuff. This is also an outside bar here, right? So we're looking to come back that as a broadening formation. We go to weekly. See this. Like so. There's your big formation here. So the question is, can you keep coming up through here and try and take some of this stuff out? BDX. APD, and you have exhaustion risk because you're going into the highs, right? We know that. So you're breaking, but you're still going. So one of the things also that we look for is these things that don't flinch when the market has been coming in. So here, so far, it's kind of walking up here, but as you get to the middle of the month, this is what you want: nice long green and red bars, right? So if you go to Cat Tractor. It's still inside month, but you can see this broadening formation here and coming up, but it's still green on the month. And for the week, starts to come up and accelerate a little bit here, and had a nice day today. And you can see here's your broadening formation here. First things first, we want to take that stuff out. You go to the daily, it was a nice day, and that tells us we're going to look John Deere. Here, also, monthly, trying to come up and through all this stuff in here. There's all this fun stuff. And if you do the weekly, you'll see this here. Boom, boom, boom. This is from the broadening formation phenomenon that I just posted. I would go watch that if I were you. It's on my YouTube and a Ticker Talker. And we'll see if John Deere can keep going. A little boring, but General Mills gives us this. the inside month to the upside. So it's a little boring, but it is what it is. And you can see here in this mid-level try here, like that, and like so. We'll see if that keeps going. If we go to Marna, we've got inside days for these things, and Marna right now just blasted off. And so we're going to, it's inside month to the upside and an inside day, but after hours it's already gone. Now it's up at 88, so he who sleeps will get a gap. So this thing's blasting off and taking all this. But we already knew about this thing being inside month and up and wanting to be involved. So if you caught it on the inside month, good for you, because now it's up to 88. And, we'll see how that goes. So we're going to watch the NVAX tomorrow too, because you have an inside day, and I know. So once I get off the headset, maybe we can find out what's going on here in Marna, but it's ripping. FSLR. FSLR with a nice day here too, outside day to the upside. Once again, one of the things you wouldn't look for, these long green bars on the month, and it's having a nice month here. See if it can come up. Here's the greater scheme of things, but try and see if you can use that as the bottom and try and take this out for broadening formation. What's this here? 68.40, 69.25, so you got it like so here. Here, see if we can take a shot at First Solar. On the downside, one we've been seeing all week is a Burl, and since this month, the inside month to the downside, and still cratering, which is nice. So if you go to the weekly, still going, and so we can keep an eye on that so long as it's inside month and down. APPN, another one of the few that proud the inside month and down. So for the rest of the month, so long as it's below 47.66. Just like a few things though, just kind of stalls on the dump. So you just want to be careful it doesn't try back up here, right? So we can see if we can get any more continuation patterns to the downside. Beyond the meat. Okay, it's just kind of sitting there today, and just gonna, like I said, we're doing a lot of trading day by day, just because of all these patterns here. Getting stock, and Beyond the Meat is inside weak and down, so we can respect that. Also, it has potential to do this, take out the monthly low here below 125, so that's what makes that a little bit more enticing if we can get those two going. INTU here, and red on the month after going into the highs. That's what we like to see, and so here's your weekly like so. This is your weekly reversal, which is very nice here. The 2-2 right off the highs and back through. So we'll see if that continues. That didn't rally back like the market did at the end of the day. We'll see if we can come back and get a little worse. It would be nice. Lift. And lift. Still rev strap month to the downside. Right? Inside, up, then down. Below 30.55 for the week. Here. Still red on the week, trying to come back through here. Of course, we can watch Uber with that. And Uber not as rough, but you do have your 2-2 weekly reversal and try and come back through this stuff. And on the monthly, still inside month, but we can get it to change red. The open's 30.96, so you're right there just trying to go red. We'll see how those go together. The team. So the team is one of those that's changed the red month back red this week by doing this. Here. 2-2 reversal off new highs. That's what you look for, all right? A new week, and then potentially you take that month out, and you'll see that this is an outside bar here, and then this is what you look for, the 3-2-2 come back ripping through here. Now the question is going to be weak enough to take all this stuff out. We're going to find out. Ross Stores, and Ross Stores, another inside week and downer. It's also taken out last month's lows, and you see this was an inside month, then it went up, then this is your 1-2-2 rev strat. Taking these guys out, we'll see if there's anything more to it, because you can see this big bar here. How are you going to get out of there? And so the hopes is that we're seeing the new broadening formation like this. Mr. Price discovery starts over again, and it gets weak enough to take this out. That would be very nice. If we go to VeriSign going after last month's lows, and on the week, once again, see him pop up, and then triangle about 2-2 and rips back through here, so we'll see if it's weaker down through here or not. SMAR. SMAR, inside week and down. This is what you look for. That pop them back up and then send them back through. Red on the month, albeit still inside month. Because what you're going to notice here on the weekly, here, is that all of this is an inside bar of this thing. How are you going to get out of there? So right now, just kind of thrashing around a little bit, but we'll see. PCTY here, also inside week and down. The outside, inside, back down. You see if they can get anything more to it, and you can see like on the daily here, the problem is it stalls out after triangulate out. So it's a matter of whether it's going to keep going or try and come back into this. This is an old outside bar tomorrow. That would be a 3-2-2 on the daily. So you can see there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts going. If this takes it out, then it would do this on the daily. And not a lot of combinations going on with weeklies and monthlies right now. And that's what makes you want to stay on just taking this daily stuff as it comes, because we're constantly willing to go either way, all right? So in the SPY, see, like when it gapped up here, we're looking for the outside bar, right? So yeah, last night when everything closed pretty much near the lows, everything's going to look bad. We know that. The question is, where does it open, and what does it do after that? That's why we watch the opening prices, right? So you got this to take them out, but then it goes right back up and stuck in this range, and doji's on the week. So one of the things that's important when you are doing research and looking for what you think for the next day, or even over the weekend, there's a lot of people just take a look at it and say, I like this chart, blah, blah, blah. But, one of the things you want to have is a plan for if the market gaps up, what do we don't want to do? If the market opens flat, what do we want to do? And if the market gaps down, what do we want to do, right? So there's three types of mindsets when you're looking at charts on what you want to be looking for come the next day. So right now, we're obviously closer to taking out today's highs, right? But yesterday, we were close to taking out yesterday's lows, and we did it, and then it came right back up. So we'll stay on the 60. 60 tells a lot of tales, doesn't it? It does. So here, the 3 outside, then boom, boom, 2, 2. Then here's this morning. Oh, no, it looks bad, does it? Okay, then here's your 2-2 reversal. 2 continuation. Then here's where we had the chance to rock them over and come back down, because we had that reversal here. Red coming back down, but it didn't hold. Turned into the 2 continuation, and the inside 60 to end the day, and going back up middle of this range. So how are we going to take out that or that tomorrow is really what we want to know about. And are we going to do that, right? Because there's no discernible direction given the weekly, like so, right? So that's the problem with that. So that's why you stay tuned, and you come to follow me on Twitter at Robin the Black, and I tweet out things that we're watching in the morning, and then I do the Strat Time Report, 12:30 Eastern every day. Tell you exactly what we're looking at for the afternoon. If you come to Ticker Talker channel, all my vids are free. All you got to do is stop by the newsletter section of the Smith of the Black channel at Ticker Talker. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith here, Smith of the Black on Ticker Talker. No Strat Attack for the next 2 weeks. I'm taking 2 weeks off for the first time in 10 years. So I'm going to try and enjoy this. And then I'll be back all refreshed with brand new stuff. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker.